to spotlight myself so that you guys can see. Today, we are going to combine two of our subjects. You know, we learn reading and we learn writing and we learn math, and we've been working on talking a little bit about computer coding. And today we're going to do some coding, but we're going to kind of put it together with reading. So coding, when you write code, you're telling something on a computer what to do. And every game like Minecraft or Zelda or any of those games that you play, somebody had to write the code. You know, you might have a little controller and hit a button, but somebody wrote the code that told the computer that when you hit that button, this is what that character does, or this is what the other character does. So coding is actually a job that some people have. They go to work and they write code for computer games or things that you might enjoy doing. And who knows, maybe one of you will become someone who writes computer code when you grow up. We're going to start today's lesson with a read aloud. And while I'm reading, I want you to really listen, because you guys are going to then start doing some coding about this story, okay? We're going to spend a few days on it, and it'll be something that you create on your iPad. So I just want you listening while I work on this today, and then when we hang up, you'll have something to do on your iPad to get ready. I'm going to start by reading Snowmen at Night. I love this book. Okay, I think there's still people coming in. So this book is so much fun.
Miss Ray,
Yes, Jean.
we couldn't hear you at first, so can you start over a little?
Okay, what I was saying is that some people have jobs where they write computer code, and coding is where you tell, like the characters in a video game, you tell them what to do. We've done a little bit in Scratch Junior. So we'll talk a lot about it over the next few days, okay? So we're going to start with a story, and then I'll tell you exactly what I want you to do. And you'll be doing some coding to tell the story of Snowmen at Night, okay?
Hi.
Let's go ahead and get started. All right, Snowmen at Night. I love this story, and kids usually do too. So you got a little boy and he's rolling snowballs to make a snowman. There he's stacking the snowball. One wintry day, I made a snowman. Very round and tall. The next day when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night?
Melt.
Make sure you guys are muted, okay? We're just listening right now. I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark, off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowman mothers. Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice. They go on over to the pond to do skating tricks on ice. Sometimes they start giggling, and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. They gather up their snowballs. The pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs and the world's best snowball fight. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowman's biggest thrill. Finally, they're tuckered out and getting sleepy, so they slowly gather up their things, and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked, or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. So we just read a book and it had a story about snowmen. If you think about any video game that you've ever played, like Minecraft or Zelda, all of those games have characters, they have a setting, and they also tell stories that you help create. So I'm going to go ahead today and I'm going to show you how we can also start to use Scratch Junior to tell this story. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you on my iPad. I'll give it a second. And when I do, watch what I do, because when we hang up the call, I'm going to want you to do this. Now, if you remember, we should have Scratch Junior, the one with the kitty cat on it, the orange cat, on our iPads, because we have used this year. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open Scratch Junior. And everybody, yes, Jean.
I haven't used Scratch Junior at all because I don't think I have it.
Honey, it's in your app portal. You know the red thing where you can go to get new apps?
Nope.
All right. Well, you hang on when we're done and I'll show you that, okay? I'll show you how to put it on your iPad in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right. So when I go into Scratch Junior, the little house is the place I need to touch to go to the home. And it opens me up to what says My Projects. So My Projects, and then mine is not coming through. So you can see all this white space. There's more to it. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to touch something else and try to come back. All right, so I'm coming back to My Projects, which is taking a little bit to load. Oh. You know, sometimes you think something's going to work just perfect and then it doesn't. So do you guys just see the blank white space there too? Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I'm going to show it to you a different way then.
Miss Ray.
Yes, Scarlett. I heard my name. Okay, I don't hear anybody now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm just going to show it to you real quick. Let's try again. Maybe it'll come up. Oh, there we go. Now it's showing. Sorry, guys. It takes a second for things to come up. So I've went into my projects. And if you look, I have sort of messed around a little bit. I was kind of messing with it, and I created one of the characters in the setting. But you're going to be in my projects, and there's a plus sign here that allows you to make a brand new project. So every time, sorry guys, it just doesn't want to show. I'm going to show you a different way. So give me a second and I'll just come back and do it this way. All right. So can you guys see my iPad well now? All right, good. We'll just do it this way because it'll be faster. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to touch on Scratch Junior. Sorry, guys, I need to hold it better. And when I do, I see there's a plus sign. And when I have that plus sign, I touch it, I create a new project. So I want to start a new one. Now that I'm in to the Scratch Junior, there's the kitty cat, and then the setting is just white. Well, I don't want the kitty cat because is there a kitty cat in my story? No. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold the kitty cat down. And look, once I hold him down, he starts to shake over here. And you get an X. So I'm going to hit the X. And that'll take away the kitty cat. Or it should. Hold on. Yeah. So you hold it down till it shakes, and then you hit the X. And then the kitty cat's gone. And so you have a blank story. Your job today is to make the setting and the characters for our story. That's all we're doing today. So if I want to make a setting, up here at the top, I see a sky and grass. So I'm going to touch that. And when I do, it brings up a bunch of choices. And so I'm going to pick the setting that looks most like snowmen at night. I could touch the paintbrush and create my own setting. That's a possibility too. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to the setting and I'm going to choose the snowy scene. There we go. So I picked my setting. I picked the snowy one because it's a snowy story, right? But now I need characters. Yes, Jean.
Are we doing the story we read today, or are we doing like something else?
We're doing the Snowman at Night story.
Okay.
All right. So the characters that I'm going to put for Snowmen at Night are I'm going to need to have the little boy who builds the snowman, right? And I'm going to need, hey guys, hold on to your questions until I finish my sentences, okay? And I'll be right back with you. I need to build two characters for my story. So I need to make a snowman and a little boy. I'm wondering if I can share my screen now. Let me try. And if you guys can see it, because I think it'll be easier. So hopefully if I do this, this shows up better. I'm going to just see if this will work. Okay, great. So over where the plus sign is on the left, that's where the characters are made. And on the right, that's where your setting is. So I want to touch that plus sign on the left, and I'm going to make my first character. It's slow. So you'll have to give me a second here. So I don't know why it's so slow to show you this, but it is. So let me just try something else real quick. Never mind. I don't think Teams likes Miss Phrase sometimes. All the good ideas don't work. All right, let's go back to what we were doing. So on my iPad, hopefully you can see me big. When I open it up to the characters, then I have this blank white one. If I choose that, then I can create my own character. So, or actually the paintbrush at the top allows me to create my own character. What I did for the little boy is I went down and I looked at the characters that are here, and I found a little boy, and I just picked that little boy. So I picked this little boy right here, and then I touched the paintbrush. And looky, there's the little boy, and I can color on him. So what I did is I picked the little wiggly line, and then I picked my color. Well, I want to give him a hat. He has a red and yellow striped hat. So now I can go ahead and pick the red, and I'm just going to draw. I can make my line a little wider. I'm going to draw a hat on him, covering up his hair. And then I just can color it in red. And I'm going to do it this way because it's a lot easier. All right, so I'm coloring in the hat red. It's not going to be perfect. That's okay. I'll do my best. And then I'm going to pick that yellow color, and I'm going to make the stripes. So there's that. He's wearing shorts, but this little boy was wearing pants. So I'm going to take the blue, and I'm going to draw pants on him instead of shorts because he needs some pants for the winter. And then, so he's got pants, he's got the hat. Now I'm going to make him a coat. And his coat is green. So I'm going to pick that green, and I'm going to put a coat on him. Now I can always go back and fix mistakes. I can erase them, and I can make him look better. So there is his coat. Not the best. Now up at the top, it's a word that says teen. If I tap on it, I can cut it by taking it off, and I can actually rename him even. I'm just going to call him boy. So when I tap on it, I get that line, and I can type boy. And when I've got him the way I want him, check mark. And now you see the boy in the character over here. So we got our setting, and I've got my character, but I need a snowman character now. So I'm going to touch the plus to add another character. If I look through here, there are no snowman characters. So I'm going to make my own. So what I'm doing is I'm touching this for the character, the blank one, and then I touch, oops, I need to touch that one, and then I touch the paintbrush. So now I'm in here and I can draw him. I'm going to go ahead and use a circle. We'll make it a black line. And I'm going to draw a circle, circle, and a circle. Now that's not put together like a snowman. So I need to go over and I touch my arrow. And then if I tap on that middle circle, I can move it. And then I can tap on the big circle or the little circle, and I can, oops, I don't want to move it like that. I can move it. So now I've got my snowman kind of put together. I want to make him white, so I'm going to go over here to this paint pour bucket, the one where it pours the paint, and I'm going to pick white. Even though it looks white, it's actually clear. So I'm going to go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Make sure my snowman has white. Then I'm going to pick the squiggly line, and an orange and the skinny line. And I'm going to draw a nose. So I drew a nose. I want to make sure that that line is connected. Color it in. I'm going to try to fill it in with the paint bucket. So there's his nose. Then he needs some coal. So I'm going to make some, oops, undo. Got to go back to the squiggly line. And I'm going to draw on.
Miss Phrase, do we have to submit that?
No, but I really do want you to do it, not just pretend like you did it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good for you to be practicing coding. It's good for us. So then I can use the black to make the eyes. Oops. Mine is being difficult. I think I'm going to use little circles. I ended up using circles to make the eyes and the nose, or eyes and the buttons. And then his snowman had arms made out of sticks, didn't they? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make arms with brown sticks. Oops, I need to go back to the squiggly line. I'm going to draw some arms. So he's got some arms, and then I can give him a scarf, a red scarf like he had. And it had yellow stripes. So I can put the stripes on it. My stripes are small. And then he had a hat on, so I can draw the hat. And so on. That's my sloppy hat. And then at the top, I can go up there and tap and erase, and I can name him Snowman. And when I'm done, check mark, and looky there. I've got a snowman and the little boy in my setting. And that's what I want you guys to do. You can move them away from each other so they're not on top of each other. But that's what I want you guys to do today. I want you to go into Scratch Junior and I want you to make the setting and the characters, okay?
Do we do that? Like, how do we go in there, Miss Phrase?
Okay, hold on a second. So we will be doing this for a few days. It's not just today. So you'll want to have it available for tomorrow too. If I go back to the house and I've got the project that I'm working on. If I wanted to, I could even click on that to erase it or delete it, but it should be there. So that's what you're doing today. You're creating, sorry guys, we got people still coming in. You are creating the characters and the setting for Snowman at Night. Now, I've got a couple of questions about how to get in here and how to make sure this is on our iPads. On your iPad, you have the app portal. Honey, hold on a second. I'm going to explain what you wanted to know real quick, okay? The app portal is that little red icon that looks like this, okay?
You mean the one with the black square and then the like sharp red things?
Yeah, that's your app portal. If you touch that and you go into it, you can go all the way through and see the, hey guys, let me explain what people need.
We have to go to the Scratch and we can just like color things.
Veer, I know your question. I'm going to answer it next, but please let me go ahead and do this first, okay, honey? And then I'll be right with you. Now, you guys have Scratch Junior in your apps to install. I do not. So I can't exactly show you because I have the teacher version. But if you scroll through, you'll find that little kitty cat's head. You tap on it, and then you tap on the little download, and it will add it to your iPad so that you can see it just like I can. So App Portal, that little red and black thing, and then you find Scratch Junior and add it. So the way that you add it, if I touch this, the yellow arrow, you tap that, and it should put it on your computer. So then Veer, Scratch Junior is right here. You tap.
Well, can you show me where the OK button is?
You mean the one that put it on your computer or your iPad?
Yeah.
It's that yellow right there in the top corner. After you
Okay.
tap on Scratch Junior, you tap that, okay? The little arrow to download it. All right, and so Veer, Scratch Junior should be on your iPad already. You guys, we've done Scratch Junior in the past, so we should have it already on our iPad, and it looks like a kitty cat. And if not, then you need to go into the app portal and add it, okay, Veer? Does that answer your question? Veer, are you there, buddy? Okay, guys, I have recorded this meeting, so if anybody did not get their questions or came in late and doesn't know what to do, it's there. I will add it into the lesson as fast as I can. But this is a long lesson, and I had to get started right away. All right, so if you want to go ahead and get started on Scratch Junior, and you know what you're doing, you can wave quiet byes and head out. And if you need to stick around to listen, I'll go ahead and start taking some questions and comments, okay? Karin, what did you want to say?
I wanted to show something.
What's that?
This one, did you know what this means? This is the rainbow, and I also want to show, this the man fat cat. I wanted to show the girl fat cat.
Cool. That's a
And this is the boy fat cat. Let's try. They see the boy one.
yeah.
Bye.
Hi, honey. All right, Cashton.
Okay, so this is his dad.
Yeah.
Did he miss an assessment with you yesterday? I think I was coming to see if we need to make that up.
Yeah,
I've had
let's.
4 kids for the past 2 days, and it's just it's a little overwhelming at this point.
Sure. I can email you on your time after I look at my schedule if you'd like.
Okay, yeah. Do you know if we have any more coming up today or tomorrow or anything? Like I said, I have both kids, and the baby
Yeah.
is not allowing me to do anything with Cashton school wise hardly.
I understand. Well, I have the reading group, the regular reading group. I know that right after this, so we'll have that, and then I can get with you on an assessment time, and we can try to schedule something. Maybe this afternoon will work if that works for you. All right.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Ariana.
So I have this book and the book you were just reading. Like both versions of it.
Cool. Yeah, I have
So this is the one I got. They're both from Christmas. But I also have this one you were just reading.
That's cool.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Miko. I'm going to go over here so I can start adding that lesson because so many people came in late that I'm sure some of them are going to want to go back and watch it now. Miko, what did you want to say, honey?
I just want to ask you, where can I find the meeting link?
I'm going to add it into the